I'll leave that right there.
Emily Arnold, too. That is your last name, right? Or is that your maiden name?
No, Spivey is
Oh,
actually my maiden name.
okay, got it.
This is Sizzle, powered by Fit to be Trained, coming to you from the Deep End Broadcasting Network studios in the lovely Virginia Beach, Virginia, here in the United States of America. You can catch this program on deependbroadcasting.com and subscribe to this network's YouTube channel, Deep End Broadcasting. Want to be part of the 30-day or 60-day transformation? Then contact Sizzle, a.k.a. Karen, a.k.a. Sizzle, on any of her social media platforms at Fit to be Trained. Now, here's your host of Sizzle, Karen Dougherty.
Yay. I like that you say Dougherty every week now. It was always kind of a crapshoot, and I heard myself calling myself Dougherty today. That is the original way to say my name. In Virginia, they say Daughtry, Karen Daughtry, which is very pretty. That's a pretty way, but Dougherty is kind of my home state. That's New Jersey. But hey, Steve, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Ladies, how are you?
Good. And I have a guest on tonight, and I'm starting to have people on again. And the reason being is because we get to talk to people and ask them how they got into fitness or where their origin started. And then when they come on again, we can kind of get into the more in depth of their lives, how they run their lives on a day-to-day basis. And my guest was my very first guest. So it's kind of dear to my heart. Emily Arnold was the first girl that I had the courage to ask to come on, which sounds really corny, but I really was nervous about it. And she was so gracious. Like right away, she was like, yeah, of course I'll be on your podcast. And I was like, that wasn't that hard. And so I got better and better at it. And now I'm pretty brave. So Emily, thank you so much for coming back on. And Emily is also a CrossFit coach at my gym. And another reason why I really wanted to have her on is because she has left the city. She has moved on and has some new adventures in her life. And so I really wanted to catch up with you, Emily. I know a lot of people will be grateful for this podcast so they can listen and hear, how you're doing and tell me exactly. We're in Virginia Beach now. So you left our gym in Virginia Beach and your life here and moved to where?
I am in sunny, dry Hanford, California, the Central Valley.
All right. Okay. That is sunny and dry, right? So you are by the valley. Are you close to LA?
LA is probably 3.5, 4 with traffic, hours away.
Oh yeah.
It's super centrally located. So LA is down that way. San Francisco's up north. It's not terribly far from too much.
Are you close to Thousand Oaks, per se?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm 45 minutes south of Fresno and an hour and a half north of Paso Robles.
Okay, that helps. Fresno, that helps. Yeah, because I have not ever heard of that town.
I'm gonna look on the map.
Are you so how are you doing? Tell me, how are you doing? You sound happy. You sound like you got a little spunk in your voice. How have you shifted? It's only been a little bit. So how are you doing?
Oh, good. I'm on like a week and a half of actually being here. We did take about So we left Virginia Beach. I went to visit family in Farmville for a little while. And then we trekked. We took 5 days. So 5 days to travel basically straight here. We drove 8 to 10 hours every day.
Right.
And we made it. But it's been pretty good. I feel like I'm almost adjusted to Pacific time. But that was probably the biggest thing, was just like waking up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning for multiple days, just because it's like I cannot. And then also being exhausted at 7. I was joking because my parents did come. I was like, I'm going to bed. Like, oh, I like feel jet lagged. And my dad goes, you go to bed at 7 anyways, so you're not really,
Right,
really. It's
right.
like your
I
bedtime
know.
doesn't seem very affected. I was just like,
It is so
right.
hard to adjust when you're a gym person too, because you were getting up really early anyway, right? Now you're on California time. So, oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm surprised you adjusted in a week and a half. Like, I'm sure there's still some more to come. And,
Oh yeah.
how, okay, so tell me this. I know you're a super fit girl and you're really into fitness and all that good stuff, but how do you move and keep fit? Or I mean, I know you kept fit, I didn't mean to say that. I mean, you're allowed to take a couple of weeks off. I didn't realize it's only been a week and a half, because time usually flies so fast, and
Yeah.
it really has only been a few weeks. So it probably is a little soon to even ask those questions, like how have you adjusted and all that stuff. But how did staying healthy on the road, like traveling 5 days, isn't always the easiest task,
No, that was brutal. And it was really some kind of at the mercy of like what was available as far as like food. We did
Right.
stay in Airbnbs mostly, so there were a couple of days where we were
Oh,
able to just
nice.
kind of snag like something from the one day we just grabbed stuff from the grocery store. Like we didn't want to buy too much because we didn't have a ton of stuff to leave in the car. But like
Right,
just trying
right.
to make the best choices that you could, and then also kind of being like just giving myself like, hey, this is what there is. You gotta eat.
Right.
And it's if you're allowed to have uh Arby's curly fries, because when was the last time you did? You'll be fine. You'll be
I
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
haven't. I love Arby's curly fries.
I
Yeah.
am a
I'm
big
looking at pictures of
fan of
Hanford.
Arby's.
I'm sorry, Emily.
Big fan. No, you're fine. Arby's, we're friends. I love Arby's.
I like Arby's too. And I like that you just were authentic and we're like, yeah, we can have the curly fries, because I really want to break that stigma that everybody, because we're all in really good shape, that doesn't mean that we eat perfect every single day. And yes, it does take discipline if you're really going for like a serious event or something like that. But yeah, the curly fries are fun once in a while, right? Especially when
Curly
you're on
fries
the
and a
road.
curly fries and then a
Arby's sauce.
protein shake. Yep, that was
Yeah,
pro
right.
gas station protein shake. They almost all have them now.
Yeah,
So I
I
was
know.
able
I
to
live
do,
on those things.
yeah.
I do. I
Oh,
what do you guys think about like I have a rockin' protein shake right now because I didn't eat enough food today, and it's already what, 6 o'clock. So this one's got 50 grams in it, and it doesn't have high calories. But I won't go down this rabbit hole too long, but like you use them when you're on the road, right? I like this one, so I'm not on the road, and I've been cheating and doing it because sometimes my at-home shakes aren't as good as this one. But do you think this is like BS and then it's like full of sugar? It says it's not, but it's almost a little too good to be true. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm sure, gosh, I'm probably just the wrong person. I mean, I'd rather you drink that than drink nothing at all, or drink a
Well, I
ice
guess that's
cream milkshake
what I was
every
asking.
day.
Do you drink these?
I do the Fairlife ones because I just think they taste the best.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Like, do you guys drink protein drinks? Because I rely a lot on protein drinks. Yeah.
I probably do one
um,
every day
but
just
curly fries are in
because,
too.
oh yeah, once in a while.
And blending them, like blending them at home is always healthy because I put a lot of fruit in it and all that. And I know what's going in it, like the ones at home. But I'm just saying these, like you said, gas station protein drinks. It's like, oh, I wonder if these are really that good for us. But they're better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
And I like how you said, I'd rather you do that than nothing.
I also sometimes I'll
Emily, I'm
drink
looking
them
at
before.
Hanford.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're okay.
I was just pulling up the pictures of Hanford Valley, California, and that is beautiful out there.
Oh,
I would say you probably have no lack of places for at least outdoor activity, right?
Yeah, I gotta
Looking at
learn to
that, and
like
then
being outside.
yeah. And then like on your trek over, I'm interested too, because I've traveled the country a couple of times myself, going back and forth. Like, where were your pit stops along the way? Because
Okay.
if anyone has traveled across the country, you realize how much nothing is out there between some civilization. So I'm interested to see where you stop.
Yeah, so we left from Farmville. First night we stopped in Louisville, Kentucky. So we drove
Oh,
up through
nice.
West Virginia into Louisville. Second
Yep.
stop we did Lawrence, Kansas, which is right outside of Kansas City, Kansas. Um,
Okay. Yep.
let's
So you did a little bit more of a northern route to get out there
we
than the
did
southern. There's a
we
southern
kind of
pass through Oklahoma, and then there's a northern way
yeah.
through Kansas, basically.
The northern way it was really actually very easy to break it up like by 8-hour chunks, knowing that we'd be driving for longer because we'd have to make stops for like gas, the dogs, like so the plan was to start with 8 hours a day, knowing it was all already going to be longer, and then some of us on our trip were a little more disciplined with our stops than others were ended up being, but it's okay, you know. Breaks are good. uh the day 4, I was like, I woke up, I was like, we're stopping to get gas. The dogs are fine. We're gonna get there. We're
Right.
no extra breaks.
No,
so wait a minute. I
yeah.
thought you were the one that wanted to stop. It was Jess.
No,
Jess wanted to stop, or
Jess
you?
wanted to, bathroom breaks. A lot of bathroom breaks, extra bathroom breaks. Then getting out, letting the dogs run around for like 10-15 minutes. I was like, we gotta go. I'm
Who,
tired.
Jess did?
Yeah,
Oh
Jess.
my God, I love him. Like, I already loved him, and now I love him more. That's me. I'm the big breaker. Oh my God. So he's like, let the dogs run for 10 minutes.
I'd be
Oh,
like
I
looking
love you,
around,
Jess.
and it's like I haven't
And you're
just
like,
had the just like, hey,
let's
we're gonna go. We're gonna
go.
keep it brief. Like, no need, like in and out.
I
They'll
love
be
it.
fine. It's just this
That's
last day, we're gonna power through. And then I look over, and he and like 2 of the dogs are just off on this little walk, and I was like, where are you going?
It is good to have two in a couple. It is good to have one wanderer and one that's going to stay on the path. Yes, like
Yeah.
yourself, because, but
Yeah.
that is hilarious. I wouldn't have guessed it to be with this couple. I would have thought Jess and you were the wanderer. I
Oh no,
love that it was Jess.
I have a schedule. Even if I haven't told anybody about it, I have a schedule, and I get very upset when we start getting off of it without ju- uh, it's like an internet
I
meme
hate
that
that
just
to
sent me
bring that
one
back to
time.
CrossFit. What did you say?
Jess has sent me something. He's just like, my wife getting mad at me because we're off the schedule that she never told me about. Like,
Oh yeah, so you are the schedule girl. Oh
I'm a planner.
no.
I'm a
Oh
planner.
wow. It is good to
It's
have.
okay.
That's good. That's a great laugh. I mean, how many there's been comedies, there's been movies made of this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
two people
Yeah.
traveling, planes, trains, and automobiles.
I get what you're
Yeah.
saying, Emily. And when you get to that point in the day, you're like, I can go 1 more hour, 2 more hours driving. I can go 3 more. Just get me closer to where I need to be. So
There
I
was
definitely
one
have
day, and I
powered
just
through
watched traffic
later
build
today.
up, and I was like, we could have been there. If we hadn't take all these
Oh.
breaks, we'd be there. And I just remember just like stewing in the Forerunner, like with Jess and my dad in the other car, and I'm just like, these old dudes in their bathroom breaks.
Oh my God, that got me.
Karen, if you've never traveled through Kansas,
These old dudes
Oh.
in their bathroom break. I'm sorry, Steve. What?
Sizzle, if you've never traveled through Kansas, it is
I
one
haven't.
big, straight, flat road. It is literally straight. There's not much traffic, But
I picture it like
there's
that.
there's a little bit of, you can see like the cars in the horizon 8 miles away.
Oh, wow.
There is some of that, so it is kind of crazy.
I feel like I've only seen that kind of stuff in movies, but I do know what you mean, and it is pretty stark. Is it hard to drive that? I bet. Oh, because I like driving, but I wouldn't like that. That would be monotonous after a while. Ooh. But let me see. Did you take a break? Yeah, we talked about that. I love it. What surprised you most about staying active in a new city? Have you even had a chance to check out your new city? And is there activity, or is it kind of like it is California? I guess they're always active, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a couple gyms close by. There's one that once we wrap up, I'm probably gonna go head to there.
Oh,
What time is it?
really?
5
Good girl.
p.m.
I see it.
So it's like, yeah, CrossFit. We have, whenever we get to it, a little gym, home gym set up that we can set up in our garage, but I'll still go just to get out of the house and have classes. There's because I don't know if I told you about that, Karen, before I left, I had those injections in my back, and my back doctor was like, you really need to start Pilates. They have free home videos, but like you'd be so surprised what Pilates is gonna do for you and your back. And I was like, okay,
I
I
can't
do
believe
need
I
to
don't
go.
get you.
I know.
I
So
would have had
there's
so
those.
much fun. Well, when you come home to visit, go on the Reformer because you'll love
Okay.
it. It'll be good for you, and you'll might even be familiar with some of this stuff. But I'm happy to show you stuff while you're
No.
home, visiting. Come
Okay.
over for an hour. Oh,
Amazing.
but that's great. I want you to
So
do,
yeah,
everybody should have to do Pilates. It's not the most fun.
it's
Can't
okay.
believe
I'm
I
gonna
said that on
once
the
a
air.
week, something to do, something good for me.
That's all you
I
need.
can say I tried, and
Because
if I hate it, I don't have to do it. But I
well,
should because I
you
think.
don't, but I don't think you will. I think you'll really
Yeah.
like it. Like I train it all day long and I believe in it and I am so about Pilates. Like it's exciting for me, especially like lately I've had a couple athletic people. Like I get all kinds, like I'll get older people or people with injury. I can get young people. And right now I'm getting people in their midlife. I just got 2 new ones, midlife males that are very fit. So it's like, okay, so I've got to, it's really fun because it lengthens your muscles. And when people
Yeah.
are really fit, they're tight. So it's easy to sell Pilates to anyone. Everybody loves it when they get on that reformer because it feels so good and it's so good for us. But I train it all day long. So I get bored and I'm like, I want to go see Emily at the CrossFit gym. I go running off and I'm not on it as much as I should. But now I really have been trying to discipline myself and be on it. And that's why I always joke I'm a great trainer. I'm just not the best at it because I'm always running off going somewhere else. I get kind of bored with it after the long day. But all you need, because you are so athletic, is 1 time a week. Like I tell my clients when they're new, like yourself, if I got you, I'd be like, if your wallet can take it, because sometimes it can get spendy. That's what kind of sucks about it. I make it as cheap as I can. I don't want to say because I don't want other trainers mad at me, but I give them packages, and that way if they pay for a bunch and it makes it affordable. But it's a learning curve. There is a learning curve to it, but it's not rocket science. So once you learn it, it takes a little bit, like twice a week for a couple of weeks, I ask, and then you can go to once a week, especially if you're athletic. Some people have to go twice a week for a while, and nobody has to do anything. But I think you'll really like it, and you'll see the benefits fast. And because you did mention about the shots in your back. Damn, I'm sorry, but when you get home, I want you.
Okay.
Now tell me look, here's me. How's San Diego been treating you? You're like, I don't know how. I guess San Diego's having a nice day. You're in a whole different city. Sorry about that.
That's
Oh
okay.
yeah, this place
That's
is
where
nowhere close. You're definitely closer to Fresno. But it's beautiful,
Yeah.
Sizzle. It's like the wine vineyards along the mountainside.
Oh wow.
Really pretty.
I'm a fan. I love California. I love it, love it, love it. And I actually thought that maybe I was going to get to live there, and I don't know that I am now because I'm up in years. And me and my son were even talking about it, and then that kind of got squashed. And now I just don't know if it's going to happen with prices. And just Virginia is a great place too. Everybody knows that, and I'm kind of getting settled here. It's hard to move right now in this economy. Well, and let's say, Emily, if you don't mind me talking, Emily moved because of military. Emily's a military girl. So I want to bring that up because yay to our military and yay to Jess. And they moved because military duties. So does that take Jess away from you? How's Jess doing? How's he doing with the move? He's a pilot,
He's good.
isn't he?
He is a pilot. He's starting his department head tour. That's why we're here. So, and he actually is getting ready. He's heading right back out on the boat to go right back out on deployment. So, yeah, I would say for some it's not quite, but we did know this was two back-to-back sea tours, and which in turn meant two back-to-back deployments, which I'm really glad I got the summer. I didn't know that we would. I
Yeah.
was really happy to have the summer with him, and
Yeah.
to have him here to do this is my first
Yeah.
move with Jesse. Jesse has never been
And it's your
home
first
or
move,
with
isn't it? Your
me.
first move
No,
away?
I've moved through. No, no, we moved to Mississippi. I did that by myself. I moved back to Virginia by myself.
Oh,
So this is our first move that we've both gone together and that he's been home for packing and I think he might have been there for unpacking in Virginia Beach, but like this is the first time we've done it together
I
since
got
we've been
it. I
married
see
8
what you're saying,
years.
'cause military.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes you had to do it yourself, so you had him.
Yeah.
Military, that's a life. I mean, you guys, that is a life, and it's a good life, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say. And thank God. All I can say is thank God for you guys. We live in the best country, and we're our freedom. We want our freedom, and thank God for our military. I never realized how much until I moved to this city grown up. Even when I lived here when I was a kid, I didn't really appreciate it as much as I should because I was too young, but I do now. What's life? That's it. Look at my questions. It's like you would think I had
Yeah.
these memorized. What's it like building a new rhythm while supporting your husband's military career? Huh.
It's hard.
Have you found it? I know. And I'll let me stay there. It is hard. If you don't mind me. Yeah, I appreciate
Oh,
you being
no.
authentic. It is hard. Now tell me this with the deployment. Does that mean that you'll be coming home, or what happens in that situation?
It's really interesting. We're really gonna we're gonna see. When we were closer in Mississippi, that was only
Yeah,
a
because
11-hour drive I drove. And I had almost a
mhm,
standing rule. Anytime Jess
mhm.
is gone more than a day, I was also gonna leave. I was not gonna stay there by myself. So I cannot drive home in a day from California. So
Right.
that's a little more difficult. I do hope that I'll have more
Yeah.
of a support system here, similar to that I had in Virginia Beach, once I get kind of in my groove settled. That's why the spouses community here is a lot more tight knit, from what I hear. And that's exciting, because those are a group of people that are going through the exact same thing you're going through or have done it before. But then it's just really important for me to have people outside of that. So that's why trying to get myself to get to the gym so that I can have people that they'll probably be connected to it, but like that are separate from that I can disconnect from
Right. Yeah. So you can
when I am over
expand. Yeah.
it. But I
Yeah.
don't know. I know I'm coming home in a couple weeks for a wedding. I'll probably come home again next spring for a wedding, but I don't know what
You're in
coming
the
home
wedding.
looks
You're
like.
in those years.
Yeah,
Right.
seems like
Right.
everybody else is.
It's far. Yeah, it is far away. So those are things that you have to think about and plan out. It's
Mhm.
not as easy to just hop in your car and drive home from California, right? So
Yeah, I
these
mean,
are
and with the
big.
dogs, I
Yeah,
can't even
you're
hop on an
going through some
airplane
big stuff.
necessarily. Yeah,
Right. Yeah. Now tell me, you have 2 dogs, right?
3. I have
3.
3.
You have 3?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you've got a lot of responsibility there. Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah.
I have 1 dog and he is high maintenance. So I can imagine having 3. So I loved that you talked about support, like you're building support. And I believe in that sort of thing, no matter what in life. We've got to have support, and I'm so glad that you are someone that does CrossFit, because that's kind of unique in the gym world to have support. Like, you don't have to be military, and so you'll have your military group, and then maybe a separate friend group at the CrossFit gym where it'll kind of blend, like you said, because military is attracted to CrossFit. But that's a great place to start, and I feel lucky that we have that in our lives, because CrossFit is I hate, I sound like I drank the Kool-Aid again. Like, it is such a community thing that that you'll be accepted when you get to this gym. It's just the way it is. And I tend to really like Californians. So I think that if you're in a town where there's local Californians, you'll be very accepted quickly. They're a very friendly group, the Californians. That's what I loved about them.
This CrossFit gym and where she lives looks like it's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah,
I know Steve's over there quiet because he's over there looking. I knew it. I knew that's what he was
Steve's doing
doing.
my research for me.
He
Yes,
is.
yes.
I knew when he was quiet, that's what he's up to.
Would you like to know what's playing at the downtown theater?
Yeah, like, it's funny. I know he's over there doing that because because he was quiet, and we said military, and normally Steve would be like dun 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 dun, like he would have done. So I knew he was snooping up on your gym.
I was looking up Hanford alien sightings, but I didn't find it. I did not find any. So
I almost choked up my protein on that
not
one.
the extraterrestrial hotspot, at least.
That's so funny. Last week we did a podcast on the blood type diet, and it was so funny because it gets into history and it starts talking. It's really cool, but it went off on alien and extraterrestrials. It went on a hard right, and it was funny because I got comments.
Yeah, I mean, are you Rh negative blood in your blood type, Emily?
No, I do.
Do you know?
That's what she said. Remember, Sherry said that most people don't know what their blood type is. Sherry sent me something that Jesus was Rh negative. I was like, well, of course he was.
Oh, yes.
Of course he was. Yep. I'm Rh negative. It's a really weird blood type, but it was kind of a funny podcast because we went off on the alien thing. So that's why he said that. He was checking alien sightings in your town, and there are quite a bit of alien activity in California, I believe, isn't there?
Oh yeah. I mean, basically surrounding that whole area where she's at. Nothing like crazy specific. It's kind of, when you get into the mountains, it's kind of Bigfoot country, is what it is.
Oh my God!
Which are basically, depending on what you read. So one, you've never found a Bigfoot body, right? I mean, no one's ever found the body of one. So that's red flag number one. But the second thing is, these guys are jumping through portals. So they kind of disappear when they want to. That way, they're so hard to track and get a picture of. So they come in and out of this world through their different little portals, like up by Mount Shasta and wherever they are, spread out through the mountains and stuff like that. So they're hard to get a hold of that way.
I think they're aliens. Don't you?
Yes, I think they definitely have probably some sort of connection to them at least.
It is kind of, isn't it funny how this podcast will take a hard right? Next thing you know, you're doing an alien and you're on a Bigfoot. Then it'll go over because I'm a Jesus girl. Then we got Jesus over here with our H negative. Okay. All right. And then we're going to go, we'll go back into fitness.
Well, so don't go on any of these trail hikes without the dogs. That's for sure, Emily.
Oh, don't scare her, Steve. Please. Please.
Hey, I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah. It's I always thought Bigfoot was more East Coast anyway. He's not West Coast, is he?
No, Pacific, that all over really. But Pacific Northwest, strong concentration through the mountains of California.
All right, let's go. We're going to go back into fitness. Are you thinking about coaching again anytime soon? It's a little early for that. And I almost apologize for asking you that. But
oh no, I mean, I think almost everyone asks me that. And my answer is I'm open to it. But I would want to make sure it's the right fit for me and for the gym. So like I don't even know if they need coaches, and if they don't, that's great. I'll be to say that I'm seeking it probably is, I mean, just like when I came back to Virginia Beach, it was more that it worked out, and it there was a need and I wanted to, and I really felt like it was a good fit. So if that was the case here, that'd be great. I almost want to say that I'm more like in the sense of trying to make friends. Like once we get our garage set up, I might try to do more like, hey, if anybody wants to come over, I'm going to be doing something at on this day, this time, if anyone wants to join, that
who do
kind
you
of
do
stuff.
that with?
But
Like the military girls?
I would probably start it with like, yeah, the spouse, like my little spouse group, and see how it goes. And if I like that, I can't, I'm never going to be someone who's like got the hustle in it to try to make money off of it that way. But like, it would be more of just like a community thing than, and
That's more fun anyway.
This is a off the top of my noggin idea that I have not fleshed out in any way. So it might not even happen. But that would, in my idea of like, if I was what does coaching look for, like for me in California, that might be it.
Well, that is so fun to do it on where you're not trying to make money. It's way more fun. In fact, remember Stephanie we had on weeks ago? She used to train for free for nothing, for the same thing. Just she was building community in her town. She was doing pageants and stuff like that. And then she ended up in the bodybuilding world, but she was doing workouts for free. Just because it's fun to exercise and it helps make friends. And then she started to do it monetarily and then already had a business, it was kind of cool. But have yourself a good time. And I love fitness for that reason. You're always going to find a group that wants to work out. Like I even went to my church and I thought a way to give back because I can't tithe as much as I would like, do a Pilates mat class, something like that. And then you make friends. And I've used fitness to make friends my whole life. So yeah. And I do it for money too. And it's kind of nice because Pilates is separate from CrossFit. I get to have all these different worlds. And it sounds like that's what you're going to do too. Like I almost have my bodybuilding friends, my CrossFit friends, my Pilates, yeah, and do a community thing. Giving back is always going to get a return for you. Always. There's never negative from doing something good. And I bet you those girls would appreciate it. It's hard. Like you said, your men are on deployment and it can be, I don't know. I don't know what it's like. I'm going to shut up there and not pretend that I know. Like I hate that when people do that, but I'm sure that it's something that support is good. Right. And yeah, that's a great idea, Emily. That's a great idea. I think people would really appreciate that.
I think another good angle too, Emily, to be honest, if you go to the gym that you want to check out first of all, and then you're like, all right, I kind of like this place. Just give it a couple more classes or whatever, and then obviously you'll kind of know like the staff at that point. And by the way, if anyone ever gets in a bind and you need someone to kind of cover a shift real fast, I might be able to help you out. I'm a instructor. You can always kind of drop your knowledge that way. Then
I'm certainly not hiding it, but I'm also just not advertising it because
Right.
And maybe you're not in a real hurry.
If you did pull up my Instagram, it's like the first photo that I have is still from the gym, and I'm just like, it's there. But yeah, so
I love being a sub. That's the best way to make friends and make boss friends.
Yeah, the sub. Everyone likes the sub, and you're saving the day at for the people there.
So the other trainers love you because you just
like,
saved
I'm happy
their
to
butt.
be here.
Yeah, that's Steve. That's the best angle. That is the best angle. I agree.
Oh yeah, but I need a couple more weeks to feel that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. And I actually like being incognito for a while. I often don't tell anybody that I'm a trainer for a long, it's like as long as I want, and then all of a sudden you bust out with it. But because it's fun being a student, isn't it? I love being a student.
And I found at first, especially at first, like when you start telling people, like if you came to a gym and you're like talking about it, all of a sudden people stop coaching you a little bit. Depending on where you're at. Like I never felt like that at Takeover ever. But like there were times where I was just like, I would love.
I need help too.
Some feedback. Because I keep failing the snatch. Like.
You're like, I know that lift wasn't perfect.
And
don't
there's
be
just
afraid
little
to
things.
critique.
I'm a big fan of. Sometimes I'm a bigger fan of just like, especially if it's a place that I'm just dropping in for the day, like out on my way. I'm just like, it's none of my business. I'm not, no one needs to know or cares that I coach somewhere else or have coached somewhere else.
Exactly.
Nobody here is paying me to do that.
But in fact, that would be like, it's like Steve said that I would be the incognito girl for a long time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'd see a gym that I liked and I'd be going. And then all of a sudden I'd bust out and be like, hey man, if you ever need a sub, and they'd be like, what? I'm like, yeah, totally. I just didn't want you to know for the longest time because I wanted, and then, everybody's happy. Yeah, I agree with that. Like being incognito. I love being incognito, period.
Emily, what kind of equipment do you have at your house?
That's a good question. Thank you, Steve.
We have a squat rack, a non-wall mounted squat rack, so we will not be messing up our house's garage. But it's super heavy duty. Like, it has a pull-up bar, so I'm not sure how like
nice
much gymnastics we can do. I've always been super lucky with being 5'2", ceiling height doesn't really ever affect me.
I was just gonna say it's Jessie
Jess
proof.
is a little usually we'd have to
it's Jessie proof.
I don't know if he can do muscle ups on it or yet. But we have a squat rack, we have wall balls, a box, a gazillion dumbbells and kettlebells. Really,
and
we
know
do
that
have a
because
set
you
of
just moved
rings.
them.
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
We did. I'm trying to think. We do not have a rower or a bike. Jesse, we have not snagged one of those yet, but
I wouldn't mind having a rower. I don't want a bike, but I wouldn't mind having a rower. That would be nice. You know what? I want a Smith machine. Do you guys know what a Smith machine is?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
I want one so bad. Oh my God. That's definitely bucket list. And I sold my Harley. So there's this big, giant gap in my garage. And I'm like, oh, Smith machine would look so good there. But they're expensive. So it's not happening right now. But I got I have the squat. I have the rack that's not hooked in, but I'm such a lightweight, so yours has to be Jesse proof.
And that was my question when we got it was he going to be able to do pull-ups on it? And he said yes. So that's where we stopped, and we'll see.
So how's Jesse doing? Is he liking the move, or what's it like to be military? And I know you can't speak for him, but you kind of can as his wife. Like,
A little.
does he adapt real quick because he's trained to do that? Is he
Well,
excited? What's it like? Or
I mean, Jess grew up Navy, so he's certainly probably more than used to every couple of years moving on to somewhere else. I always joke Jesse is always from wherever is applicable to the conversation that we're having. It's never like, oh, I grew up here. Like I am from Farmville. Like I grew up there. I lived there for
right.
22 years. That is my home. Jesse's home is I mean, gosh, she's like, I grew up in Italy. I grew up in
Every
Athens.
2 years, moving somewhere else.
I
Probably.
grew up in I grew up in Japan. I grew up in Washington. Like I was like, all right, you
Right.
didn't grow
Whoever he's
up in
talking to, I'm
all
the
those
same way.
places. Uh, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know if Jesse knows how to stay in a place for longer than I mean, I feel like Virginia Beach was probably the longest we got to
Well,
live there
it's 2
from
years usually, like from forever with the Navy.
it
Like when we
depends.
all our friends here, we'd have our friends kind of come
Yeah.
in school and they'd go, and it seemed to be
Jesse
about 2
got
years for the most part.
Yeah, Jesse got really lucky
At
because
least back then.
he got training and then his squadron in the same place in Norfolk when we were there from 20 I guess he was there from 2016 to 2020. So that was like 4 years. But after that it was really we were kind of on the schedule of whatever his training commit because Mississippi was as long as it took him to go through that training, learning to fly the jet, coming back to Virginia Beach. We didn't know if we'd get to stay. We did, which was exciting. So that's why we got to stay for 3 years. Wish it could have been more, but it truly was our turn to leave. Everybody wants to live in Virginia Beach, I feel like. So we did know the move was coming, and this is only 2.5-ish years. And then we'll be on to the next place. Yeah, so some people get extended for a little bit longer. It just kind of depends on what the needs of the squadron are. But yeah, they don't like you to stay in the same place for too terribly long, or at least you might get lucky and get to have two tours back to back in the same place, but like you'll have moved into a different maybe squadron community, different training program, something like that.
Is that the Navy or is that being a Navy pilot? Is that like the same for everyone, or being a Navy pilot you move more?
I don't know the answer to that question. I think different communities might be a little different. Because I feel like I've met some people that work at Little Creek that have been like, oh, I've been here for like a million years. And it's like, that's lucky. Uh, um, but I know
Right.
Jesse is a big fan of saying they don't like to keep you in the same place so that you can be exposed to more stuff. So there are
Oh,
obviously instances where like maybe two people are both serving and you get co-located together and your options are a lot more limited. So yeah, maybe they do get to stay on the East Coast the whole time because of that. But I mean, that is not the case for Jesse and I. And like I said, we did know that a California move was more than likely when we were
and
getting so
California is, yeah, that's exciting though. I just love California. And I know it's not all great, but it is kind of. It's really pretty. And I can't say I know that much about Fresno. So I don't want to talk when I don't know what I'm talking about, but it probably will be an adventure for you. It's just uncomfortable to move often, period. That's just what it
yeah.
is, you know. It's uncomfortable. It's in so many ways, emotionally, physically it's tough. Moving is
Yeah.
tough. So, and emotionally it is, and then you get over it, and then you enjoy yourself. So I've moved a lot through my life just by choice, but not by any means 2 years, but I too, like Jesse, it like depends where I'm at. Like, yeah, I grew up in Philly, or I grew up in Jersey, or I grew or I was in Minnesota, or here or there, like he really can, because he's been like, he can adapt to anywhere from moving around so much. What's your favorite new San Diego food spot?
Gosh,
That's so Sizzle. Good question, just wrong city. What's your favorite food spot? Have you found one yet?
So no, we have not found one yet. The food options in Hanford are a little limited compared to the
Oh, bummer.
massive landscape of Virginia Beach and Norfolk that just had like literally everything under the sun. But luckily there's Fresno, 45 minutes away. And then
Mhm.
Visalia is a little town about 30 minutes away that kind of open up some options. We haven't uh eaten out a ton. We did go to get sushi
Right.
last
Yeah.
week. And it was good. We had went to Mexican. That was good. But I
Yeah, I'm
can't say
sure
that we have a
Mexican is
favorite
good.
place yet. I do think when we came here, we were a little excited, just kind of like, oh man, like we're gonna be making food for ourselves again. Like we're not gonna be tempted
Yeah.
with all like the good treats. Because that was really
Mhm.
killing us, not killing us, but it was amazing. But like Virginia Beach has such good food, it's so hard to like not want to go eat it all the time, and especially where we lived at in the Vibe. Just
Yeah,
so many.
right.
It's so easy to be like, oh, I'm tired. Let's just go to
Yeah.
Esoteric. That's right there, and it's so delicious. But
Yeah.
because
And
we're a little more
healthy and
limited
really
here,
good for
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
really
now we
healthy.
are a little
Really,
more
that's good.
back
You'll see
back to
that
the
in your
grind.
wallet too. Yeah, because
We'll
it
see.
costs so much to eat out. So you guys will be like,
Hmm.
okay, we're eating at home again. You'll see that money.
You guys have a grocery store though, right?
Oh, there are grocery stores. I do say I'm a Kroger gal, so I'm a little bummed. There's no Kroger. But Kroger has affiliates, and I've already found it. And they have Kroger brand things in it. We found a butcher that is
Oh,
pretty neat that we're excited about. But like it's not like we don't have there's no Whole Foods or anything like that out here.
Right. Right.
It
oh,
is
wow.
it is smaller grocery stores for sure.
And it's funny because I say how much I love California, right? And California is huge. So I
Yeah.
really am humbled too, because I realize like I only know, like I act like, oh, I love California. I only know from the north to the south. I know all the mains, San Francisco, San Diego, LA, a bunch. I would go to LA all the
So
time.
if you're looking at the state of California
It's
on a picture
inland.
in front of you, Sizzle,
Yeah.
and you took a dart and you hit the very, very middle, that's about where she is.
I pictured that. So there's not a lot going on.
like equal from the shore to the other border, and then north and south would be literally right in the middle.
And I hate to bring this up again, but that is big alien territory, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think so.
They have really been the subject.
They're a little bit more. They're a little bit more laid back out there and accepting of the alien. So you'll get as many.
I was going to say, I bet so. And then Jesse is a pilot, so yeah, of course, there's lots of flying around. It's a great area for flying. So that's so funny.
I mean, honestly, it's probably not too far off from marijuana country and all the farms out there for the medicinal and stuff like that. Yep.
I guess they do have like huge farming in California.
Yep.
Duh.
Wow.
Wow.
A little bit north of there is kind of the hot spot for that.
Really?
Of where she is, yes, I would say.
Wow. You would be able to smell it like miles away, or doesn't it smell when it's like that in the ground?
Humboldt County. That's kind of is that on the radar to you? That might be a little bit north of you, Emily, at the end of the day.
Yeah. Not
If you haven't
yet.
investigated exactly.
Not yet.
Okay.
Poor Emily. She's like, no, I really don't know where the marijuana fields are. And me and Steve are like, that's our age group for you. We're just like, God, ask your dad.
Well,
he'd be like, yeah, I know.
It's a chilled part of the country. Everyone's very relaxed, aren't they, Emily, out there?
And that's why.
Maybe that could be it.
Sorry, Emily.
That's okay.
That's funny. I know we're being ridiculous. Old people talking about marijuana in California. It does make me laugh because you're right. It's got to be farmed somewhere, and that's where it would be. It's not in LA. It's not in Santa Barbara.
No, but if you look at the Google images, seriously, like the mountainside's pretty. It's the vineyard country too. I mean, so
oh yeah.
I mean, all that goes hand in hand.
Everything grows well out there.
Like
yeah.
Actually, you're probably not far from a lot of wineries, right?
Nope. I'm not far at all.
Those. You probably have those all over the place, right there. So that could be something kind of fun. Adventurous activities you guys can get into, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. We already have. That was like the first weekend here.
Right. Nice. Right. And everyone is different too. Every winery is different, I bet. And yeah, what they offer. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. I'm so glad that you are settling in, and really it's only been a week and a half. It really, I'll have to catch up with you again in 3 months and it'll be totally different. You'll be like, yeah, that'll be fun. And that's what I like about revisiting with you guys. So we don't have to go over everything from the start, because it is interesting to find out how people get into fitness, how we got connected, and I like people hearing how we live. Like, we're regular people. Yes, do we eat well, get our protein in? Are we perfect? Far from it. We love a curly fry. Just rely on it for social reasons, because it's such a great way to keep connected to others, and in a positive fashion. Also, that you and I as coaches can always offer our services, whether it be for free, for donation. That's another thing I like to do, is like, I want to start going into the prison system, and that takes such a like vetting and background checks and all that takes so much time. But we can always offer, like, it's such a great thing to have in your back pocket when you need to get out into the world and meet others, and you can change it any way you want, whether it's volunteer or make money from it. Yeah. And make friends is what you're after. You're not after money or anything. You just want to make some friends, and I think that community thing is really going to be a winner for you. I sound like your mom, and I'm sorry that I do that to you, because you're far from,
it's okay.
I don't think of you that way. I do sound like I'm always going to kick into that mood. I can't help it. I'm 20 some years older than you, but I do think of you as a sister and a peer. And I have a lot of respect for you, because you really helped me as a coach. You were willing to coach me. You knew that I was a coach, but I'm not a CrossFit coach. I don't know anything about CrossFit, which I don't mean to say that, but you know what I mean? I've always been a student. That's all I've ever wanted to be. And I'm still being coached on my lifts. And I love that now that I'm older, I've gone lighter. And so I can really do the moves now and follow the direction and listen to what the coach is saying and apply it, not be trying to lift heavier weight than I ever could handle. Not that I ever really did, but I'm just better now, and I should be. I've been in there for a long time. One movement. Oh, here's a good one. Rapid fire or fun closer. Okay, so I put favorite new San Diego food spot. Okay, so we know that didn't go over. One movement you can't live without, and I'm gonna say one CrossFit. Like, what is your favorite CrossFit move? And I might have asked you that the first time, but I forget. What is?
I don't know. I mean, I love a snatch or overhead squat. My absolute favorite. I love
that's so
them.
amazing.
Yeah.
You love overhead squats. I
I
wonder.
I I was telling somebody because I don't love squats, but I really enjoy overhead squats. And so we were talking about how poor my front squat is. I was like, I am almost certain I can overhead squat more than I can front squat. And it's truly that's how
And
I know it's
that's
just 100. That is how I know it's 100% mental. Like that I just hate doing them
wow. Yeah.
because I don't I don't know that I don't I just that's not right. Like that shouldn't be
I don't love
possible.
a front squat
I don't feel
either.
like that should
I
be
hate an
possible.
overhead squat though. I've got really long arms, and I think with
Mhm.
stuff like
Yes.
that,
Yeah,
it
that's hard. That
matters. I
does.
have really long arms and overhead squat. I like a snatch though. Like I love snatch day. I just always have loved snatch day because that was even when I was younger and I was more ego and wanted heavier weight. I still always did that little baby 15-pound bar. I love that thing. And I'm still on that with snatch. But now that I've gotten better, I can actually maybe put 35, 45.
Well, the thing about the overhead squats me
It's holding
that
them.
was always unique is that once you get over that little bit of hump at the beginning, the heavier you went, the easier it got, kind of in the weirder way,
Mhm.
because you're kind of getting used to that form and able to hold it up. And then eventually it got too heavy for sure. But I was amazed at the jumps I was able to take from really just the barbell in some weird way, just doing that barbell empty is like harder than having
Oh, that
like
happens
45 pounds on there to me in a weird way.
that
Yes,
happens in
yes.
Pilates too, believe it or not, when you're on their
It's the
equipment.
flexibility is what it is. You gotta get loosened up into it, I guess.
You
Sometimes the
actually, I mean, you
weight
also are
helps
really
you be
thinking
in
about
control.
like when it's heavy, I mean, obviously you have to. I think when it's light, you forget how much you're actually thinking
Right.
about what you're doing. It's like, oh, I can't just swing this up overhead. I have hypermobile shoulders. Like I'll go behind
Right.
myself.
Right.
Which is
Yeah.
not what most people worry about. But I feel like, but I mean, yeah, the getting the work with the PVC pipe. I mean, underrated. And I
Yeah.
Yes,
say
I
that to
agree. I
myself as
haven't.
someone who does not
Yeah.
warm up with the PVC pipe because I hate a warm up. I should be doing it.
I know
Right. You're right.
I love PVC pipe.
It takes 5 minutes. Do it.
I'll be in that CrossFit gym until I die. There'll be a day where that's where I'm only going to get. They'll be like, get barbells, and I'll be like with my PVC pipe. But I think the thing is, like you guys were saying, possibly is when you lift heavier, it forces your core to engage. Like it
Right.
forces you to pull it together. Where if you're in a lighter weight, you can get sloppier, I would think with you two, especially because you guys do go heavier. I'm always kind of in the light zone. So yeah, I'm always trying to keep that core tight. But I notice where when I go heavier, I'm starting to get heavier, actually.
Mhm.
Oddly enough, my PRs are all going up because of my going so slow and perfecting form first. But sorry, that's not about me. One movement you can't live without. Okay, we did that. What's lighting you up right now? That's a good question.
Ugh.
And it could be a TV show. It could be Netflix. It could be the comfort of just being in this one blanket because you just moved.
It could be that California coffee. That's
It could be the
freshly brewed in the morning.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love coffee.
what is lighting me up right now? Goodness.
What's
Honestly,
lighting you up?
this house has so many
And you
windows,
can
which is the difference. Like I'm taking it quite literal. Like what's lighting me up is how much natural light this house has.
That's a
Because
good
our old house
answer.
had like
Yeah.
4 windows and I just never understood. But like I have the most gorgeous backyard. It is a massive, massive, massive backyard with a pool, and I mean, I just like stare at
Oh,
it.
yes.
It
There you go.
makes it makes living here
Oh,
so
that's
much easier.
great.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
here
Yep.
and I got in that pool. Like it's actually too cold, but I was like, mm-mm. You girls getting in the
That's
pool.
so
Even if it's
great.
just my feet for now. I keep joking. It's like I can just do a cold plunge. I won't be doing that. I don't love that. That's not for me. I'd rather be sore. But I believe I truly think there are benefits to it, and I'm happy for everyone who does. But my backyard,
I think
just
there
like
are too.
I just be
I'm just
looking.
not into it. I think there's definitely
I don't like being
benefits. I
cold
just don't
like that.
care.
I don't like being in shock like
Mm-mm.
that.
No, me
A
neither.
hot tub,
I
get me in. A cold
yeah.
tub, stay away.
Uh-uh. I don't care how good it is. I believe it is really good on inflation. I believe
I
everything they
don't do
say. I
like
just
the
don't
cold
care.
showers on a hot day. Like
Mm-mm.
that's not me.
No,
I hot water only. Period.
I agree with you. I agree. So what's lighting you up? I would say that you just said you're
Yeah,
home.
just
You're
like I mean,
happy
yeah,
in your
my
home.
home is, which
That's
is huge for,
that's
I
a
mean,
fantastic answer.
back when I was doing a lot of more like therapy, I mean, that was always my home in Farmville was like my space, my like when I need to like recenter,
Hmm.
get focused, like try and like bring myself like going. So I would love for this house to become that for me here. Since apparently
It sounds
that's
like it
my
will.
that's my thing. Being at home is my thing. So
Me too. Me too. You know what my business was called in
I
Minneapolis?
don't have fear
Homebody
of missing out. I
Fitness.
have fear of going out.
Right, me too. And I knew my business was called Homebody Fitness because I lived in Minneapolis. It's cold. And I
Yeah.
knew that, and it was before fitness trainers went out to people's houses. It was kind of trendy and that wasn't happening. And I knew, I was like, I bet you there's so many girls at their house that don't want to go out in this weather because it's cold. And I knew that I was intimidated by a gym and I am fit and in the business and know what I'm doing and I'm intimidated by the gym. So I knew that there was a huge amount of population of girls that were very intimidated by the gym for sure because they didn't know, or maybe they were bigger or heavy set, or maybe they were skinny or whatever. They were intimidated. And that's when I started. I was like, I'm going, called it Homebody Fitness. And I was working nonstop, going to homebody girls' houses, working out with them. It was so fun. I do classes. So, yes, yay to the homebody girls. There's a lot of us.
Here's good news. Hanford, California weather. The average high in October is 82 degrees.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
November, 69 degrees. December, a brisk 60 degrees. January, 61. February, 65. March, 70. April, 76. May, 84. And then
Climbing
it
right
gets
back up.
hot. No, not even that hot. 92 in June. July and August, warm months.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
really
July and
beautiful
August.
weather year round.
No,
that sounds like the beautiful California weather they sing about.
we got here, we went to get coffee and it was like
Blue
chillier in
skies.
the
Maybe
morning. And the guy's like, "Oh, it's just freezing." I was like, "Oh, buddy, it's like 65 degrees." He's like, "I know it's so cold." And I was like, "Oh,
Aw.
buddy, it's
I know.
probably in
I
the
love the
40s back
California.
home."
I know. I know. They don't even
It's
know how good they got it.
I love cold weather though, so it's like 58 right now, so I'm like, I gotta get outside before it heats up.
I do too. I like cold weather too. I'm kind of a weirdo. And I think it goes back to our DNA, and that was like our blood type diet thing last week was going back to like I'm 86% Irish. Of course, I like overcast days that it's cool, you know. So I think it does kind of go back to our ancestral. Maybe you are, originally from a place that's cold out and you like it. Your DNA is set up for it.
Maybe, because I have
But we
always
could
kind
go
of
down
liked
another rabbit hole.
I was gonna say, I was like, I've always had like, it's almost like I get more depressed in the summer because it's nice outside, and I feel like I'm sad that I can't go outside, so I enjoy the fall, winter months better because of like, ooh, nobody's doing anything outside, everybody's inside like me, like this is the best time of the year. So,
I totally
but maybe that's
yeah, like
why.
you feel guilty like you're supposed to be out there. That's how I always feel. Like you better take advantage of a nice day. That's why I'm glad I have a dog, because he needs a walk. So when it's a beautiful day out, like we've had a lot of beautiful weather, Maverick makes me go out in it, and then I get to go back home because I would truly be an introvert. More than anybody really knows about me, and it sounds like that with you too. And I think that's so cool how there's more of us than you really know. I think what's good about us is that we do force ourselves to go out, though. You're forcing yourself to go to the gym, even though like sometimes that's uncomfortable for me. Not necessarily our gym, because I got used to all the people, but like what you're getting ready to do, that can be very intimidating for me. But once you get over the hump, you'll be right in, because again, the Californians are so nice. Like you'll
Yeah.
probably make friends within minutes. That's what I liked about there, because when I thought I was going to have to move to California, or not have to, I started going to LA. I went to LA twice last year and made friends so fast that the second time that I went to LA, I didn't even have to rent an Airbnb. I had somebody to pay, like
Oh,
to give
amazing.
them, like, yeah, like you'll make friends so fast. I promise. That's what I love about that place. They're so like, yeah, oh yeah, and I'll help you. And yeah, it's a very warm. I hope I hope that happens to you guys there, because like I said, I was always in the more bigger cities, but I have a feeling you're going to have a really great experience. So I won't take any more of your time. I appreciate you so much coming on again. And like I said, if you'll let me, I'd like to reach out in a couple of months and see how
Yeah.
you and Jesse are doing. I love you guys. I always really, really liked Jesse. I've only been able to, I know that sounds weird. I've only had like several conversations with them, but one time I even got to work out with him not that long ago. And I knew that he took really good care of you, and that makes me really like a guy. I knew that he was a good guy. So and then as I got to know you more and more, I knew that more and more about him. And so I am really rooting for you guys. You're a great couple and positive influence in the community. And I can't wait to check in on you guys in a couple of months, if that's okay with you.
Totally.
Okay, cool. Well, Emily, thanks again. And squeeze your dogs for me. I'm a dog fan.
I will.
Thank God for them, too. They'll help you with this.
Good luck, Emily. Check out South Lake, California, 2 hours east of you. It looks like beautiful pictures. Maybe a nice little weekend retreat for you guys. All right. Have a good one.
All right. Bye, guys.
Have a great night. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, Sizzle. Good work.
Thank you. The lady, what a night. Remember Mary Grace?
Yes.
She showed up at the gym the other day.
Oh, nice.
And she just texted me because we're both going to Colorado, and she thought I was going tomorrow. We were going to carpool to the airport, but I'm going next week.
Tell her I said hello when you see her.
I know you're really good friends with her. I will.
Did she show up to the gym?
Yeah, at the 6 a.m.
Oh, nice.
I know, it was cool. Yeah, I got to work out with her again. It was fun. I hope she keeps coming. Oh, what a night.
See you next week, Sis.
See ya.